think that our kids played exceptionally hard today. We had to obviously go back-to-back in our travels, and legs were pretty tired, but I thought our depth really helped us. Our defensive pressure, we did a lot of run and jump that we haven't shown quite a bit this whole year. And I thought our players did really, really well on the boards. And we have to have that type of effort all the time. But I thought I'm really, really pleased with Chantel Poston. Her defense really gets people going. She's crashing the offensive boards exceptionally well, and she's scoring about 6 points every game right now. And there's other players, those X factors, that have to step up, and I think she's really done that for us the last couple games.
Courtney, did you feel like you got it going there early? You had that little stretch where you had 3 threes there in a row that sort of provided the cushion that you guys had most of the game.
Teammates just did a good job of setting screens. We were running plays. I mean, once you hit one shot, it builds confidence until you hit that first one, and then people just keep feeding you the ball, and you have to do your job for your team.
You had been struggling a little bit. Just was it nice to hit a couple of them?
Yeah, it felt good.
Was the last one a heat check? You sort of had to take that last one off the dribble.
Yeah.
Courtney, you're not shy about shooting. I mean, how do you handle a slump when you know that you can't get anything going from the outside? How do you deal with that?
When you're going through, you just have to find somebody else that's hot. Last few games, people have been stepping up, so you just have to get them the ball, and you just have to keep shooting, get in the gym, and get more shots, and figure out what's wrong.
Was there extra shooting involved for you?
Yes.
Like, I mean, were you trying to get 100 shots up, or 500, 1,000?
No, not that many. Like more closer to 100, just working on form and things like that.
Sam, you feel like once you hit the first one, that you guys started to recognize, okay, start feeding her to the ball. Is that
definitely
a growth from this team a little bit?
I agree. Yeah, definitely a growth. And for Courtney to hit a shot, we know we got to keep feeding her. You feed the shooter, and I think it was important that we recognized that, and we started. I mean, under coach's instruction, but on our own too, we started running plays for her to get threes up, and she just was making them, and it was really good for us.
Sharon, at some point you probably felt like she was going to shoot her way out of the little slump, right?
Well, I've been talking to her a lot in practice, and we don't talk about slumps. We never use that term. I think it's all negative thoughts. So we just say keep shooting the basketball. Really worked on telling her that she needs to shoot with her whole body. A lot of times when your legs are tired, you push with your arms. So I say a lot with hips. Your whole body's got to come, and if you've got some hip lift in it, and she looked really good. I mean, as soon as she released the ball, I knew the ball was in. And those are the things that we've been working on, and I think that's big for Courtney. And she's been playing great defense. She's playing great team ball, and not once has she had her head down because the ball hasn't been going in.
Sharon, I think Sam was on their leading scorer, Waterworth, most of the first half, and just she didn't score, and I guess putting Sam on her, I guess your thought process on that, just how you think her length maybe bothered her a little bit.
Well, I think Auburn got us ready for this, and we just told Sam not to leave her feet, and she doesn't shoot exceptionally well on the move. She has to be set stationary, so we wanted to make sure at least we got there in time if she did catch the basketball, and I think our team defense allowed that to help Sam. Everybody helps create the defense for somebody else, and so she did a great job. Net came in and did a great job. Sometimes you put a guard on there if there's a switch, but she was focused, and I thought she did a good job.
Sam, how much do you feel like your guys' pressure sort of kept them from getting into their offense and finding any sort of rhythm?
Yeah, once you disrupt that first pass, second pass, it's really hard. I mean, teams do that to us all the time, and you just lose continuity within your offense. So I think that was very important for us to get up in the ball handler and just force something that they're not used to, force a shot they're not used to taking.
Sam, how have you been feeling? Look, at one point when you came out, they brought a trash can over.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I don't know.
Were you sick? Did you feel sick during the game?
A little bit, but I'm not really sure what it was. So.
And you still had a double-double.
Thank you.
Get hit in the stomach?
No, I'm not sure what it was. It just kind of clouded up.
One of those.
Came up. Yeah, I don't know.
When you know, you get the defensive assignment to go on the team's leading scorer. Just how much did you embrace that today?
I like that. I like being put in that position, to know that my team trusts me with that, and to have results like we did in the first half of Auburn, and then the whole game here. You know, when net comes in, we don't lose anything on defense. When, you know, guarding 40 today, and it was great. But for me, I know that the team has my back in case I get beat on a drive or anything like that. It's just about knowing if she's a shooter and how to defend her. So.
Sharon, the total I think for the cereal drive was about 1,400 boxes of cereal. I'm sure you were pleased kind of with how that all came about, and can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was very exciting. I thought it was a fantastic, idea, and I think the sponsors that gave actually other sponsors and other people have given more financially for people to buy some cereal boxes, plus the drive and everything that went into it. It was an amazing event. The elementary schools, when you have 13 of them, and the sponsors and these young people being around an atmosphere, never been to Purdue, never even stepped on the P or something. I mean, it was amazing. It had nothing but amazing compliments, and I want to compliment all of those sponsors and the chaperones because they were amazingly well-behaved young kids, and they made great noise, and it was fun.
Coach, you had 21 more shots than they did, and you talked about being aggressive and being more aggressive. And as an early start, the crowd is kind of sparse besides the kids. Where do you see that extra energy come from? What sparked that extra aggression?
We just have to, we've got to be able to shoot more, and that's doing the offensive boards. You got to have offensive boards to have more opportunities. And we've got to be able to push the basketball. If we just get in a half-court set, we're good, but we're better when we run and setting other players up. So, but the biggest thing is when you have more shots because of the offensive rebounding. We had 10 more than normal.